We are live. I've already dropped my controller. And we are live here. Welcome back to PSGL F5 PlayStation. We are here for round 7 around the streets of Singapore. I'm Rando, and for the first time since Vegas, commentating together, it's me and
Katie 977.
what an occasion. First time since round 4 the two of us have been here together.
Yeah, I know. It's been about 2-ish weeks since the last time we've commentated together.
Free.
Or 3. Something like that. It has been a while, I know that.
Yeah, we're here in Singapore. You know, last time we commentated was a street track. We're back at a street track here in Singapore. More like street circuit than Vegas, I'd say. It's out of all the street circuits, it's probably the one that gets the least amount of groans when it's added to a calendar, probably.
Yeah, I probably would just say so myself. I mean, Singapore, of course, now has been more redeveloped, as we all know from the 2023 calendar. It's got rid of those 90-degree turns that go underneath the grandstand of the third sector. Instead, now it's just a long straight to that where the chicane now is of 16 and 17. So should create more overtaking opportunities, hopefully, in this race today.
Yeah, and it saves about 8 seconds a lap from the old configuration. Remember those turns, so you know, instead of this race lasting potentially an hour, we might be out of here in about 50 minutes. But that's probably not going to be the case because could be a few safety cars. Almost a full grid here tonight, missing one car. I think we're supposed to have 20, so maybe one late joiner. But right now we're focused on Riggs. Last week, P4 looked to be contending for the win, but the late safety car ruined his chances of that. But Riggs getting us on the way here. P2 in the championship right now, I believe. Looking to make amends after last week's misfortune. Just bad safety car timing. Dropped him off the podium towards the end. He's navigating the first couple corners well. He almost went the wall as he runs down Raffles Boulevard. You got turn 6 coming up here, which is basically a small kink. You take a flat out. You go through this bit of a technical section, 6 and 7. I think I've got my corner numbers wrong already. But he's navigating the well. You need to be as tight to the wall here as you can without losing your end play. Run down now to turn 10. Do not hit that inside wall. Just ask George Russell what happens here. It's a very tight and technical sector here as you run under the Anderson Bridge. Let's go through the third actually, of 3 DRS points on this track. And down, probably the main overtaking opportunity is here as you come now through the new configuration. You're no longer turning 90-degree right about here. You're keeping your car straight on as you run down to the last chicane to finish the lap. Last couple of corners, 2 more corners after this, which are near enough flat out. Still difficult corners to nail with that curb, especially. Bit of a lift from Riggs, but he'll complete us with a 28-0. Now it's a case of figuring out who is next. Let's poke around, but on board with Lifebout. Very squirmy for the final couple corners there through turn 8. Then he spins it off the final corner. He hit that curb and that's ruined his lap there completely. Trying to figure out who is next. Alex Marquinhos goes professional pole. Profitox has invalidated. Damien coming to line, P3 with a 28-3. Trying to figure out who's
my apologies, I just got back from a phone call.
Brandoc's last week's winner with a 28-9. So a bit more to find for him there. A lot of people invalidating early on. This isn't the worst track for track limits, but there are a couple places where you can go wide, especially pushing on flying laps. I think it's Lucas going to be next. He's the only one on a valid lap at the moment, I believe.
Yeah, he's coming up towards the bus stop chicane. It's a more of a technical section now compared to what it has been. Well, more easier overtaking opportunity as well. Now that those 90-degree turns are gone, he goes P5 with a 28.6. But the top 2 though, 28.0. Well, when I just got back, that's actually really fast bank collapse.
Yeah,
That's
they
very,
are.
very, that's very quick.
So I'm trying to figure out if I think Prof Talks is on a lap here as Barry's going down. Anyway, very deep off the right hander there. Turn 13. I think I forget my corner numbers now, as I do with every track. Going now through the chicane. Technically, it's 2 more corners to finish the lap, 18 and 19, I believe. It's a 19 turn track now with the changes. Prof Talks puts itself up to P3. So strong lap from him.
Yep, with a 1 minute 28.2, but still about less than a tenth and a half away from the top 2. Or actually, about 2 tenths, less than 2 tenths from pole position, I should say.
Yeah, a lot of cars queuing up there. There's a lot queuing up, I noticed, in the minimap for the first runs, which may have explained why a lot of drivers had issues on their first runs. I think now at the moment, the only person out on track for the purpose of doing a lap is Owen on an out lap. I don't think anyone's on a valid lap at the moment. Now a load of invalidations, which is surprising, Singapore. The only real place you can get done is 10, 11, 12, I believe. That little awkward part before the Anderson Bridge, so you can cut the corner there slightly if you go in too hot.
Yeah, that area is kind of tricky. I don't think it's a track you can necessarily get invalidations too much, but I know it's an area where you can definitely lose the back end of the car because it doesn't feel like sometimes there's much grip around that area, and it's easy to lock up at the hairpin. So you got to be very careful about that.
Yeah, meanwhile, Owen, last week's pole sitter and runner-up, is on a lap right now. In Valdez's first run, dove straight in the pits to throw a new set. He's got the track to himself, virtually a couple cars on outlapped in front of him, so if he did get out of his way as he runs down through Raffles Boulevard, goes through turn 6. It's just a little turn of the wheel, 26.4 for the first sector. So compared to first sector, a lot of curb through 7.
That might throw the car a little bit off rhythm, I reckon.
He's using all the limit he can. Might have touched the wall there. Lost the rear slightly there through 8 and 9. Coming down to turn 10. Very committed his own here. Deep there off 11 and 12. But he's kept a lap valid here. Down to the Anderson Bridge. Drifting through it. Tokyo is a few hundred miles northeast from here. So he's not Tokyo drifting in the right city at the moment. Streets of Singapore though, coming out through the new straight. No longer does it have the 690 degree immediately one after the other, but still difficult chicane to navigate. He's going to the pits. He's not happy with that lap. So
yeah, he goes back in.
Quartz now, the old driver on a lap. He's got about half the country of Singapore in front of him, because there's a massive queue in front of him, so I wouldn't be surprised if he lifts off this, but he's going to commit through anyway, despite having 5 cars to navigate for this very tight section.
Oh, that might impede him a little bit. Red Bull not getting out of the way.
Oh, he's got on the back of him. Yeah.
Yep, he's been impeded. Who was that? That's Andrea. That he was gone. That impeded him. There's his teammate behind as well, Bill. He's on the outlap though.
Riggs just started a lap there, so we're going aboard with him. Only 400ths off provisional pole, set by Alex, who is having his first race here tonight. So strong debut from him at the moment. I do not want to see Riggs' rear at the moment. I'm sorry, but we'll go on the onboard camera. He's slightly up on his time at the moment. Quartz has retired. What has happened there?
Oh.
They've collided.
Yeah, that's at turn 14. He's done that at.
Yeah, that's very interesting. The braking, so I don't know what's happened there. I don't want to assume, but Andrero's missing a front wing. We did see Quartz get impeded by Andrero, so I'm not sure if there was some afters potentially, but something's happened between them, and there'll be two serious inquiries between Andrero and Quartz for this qualifying session. Meanwhile, back on board Riggs, he's 600s up at the moment. If he could keep this pace up, he'll take provisional pole off Alex. Riggs not having a top 2 yet this season. He's always been in the top 5. He's been 4th in 4 of the races so far. What can he do for qualifying? At the moment, he's taken official pole off Alex, but he's improving also slightly through the second sector. He needs a bit more time
he's
to
got
have
traffic
it.
as well.
There's an Alpine in his way. Hopefully he gets out of his way. Does hopefully. No, I think the Alpine's just going to start the lap, which they're entitled to do. They're far enough away. So can Alex immediately take back pole from Riggs to the line? He can.
He can. Wow.
10th in the final sector. Very strong final sector by him.
Yeah, considering the fact that he wasn't looking like he was going to take pole position after the first 2 sectors, but at the mega final sector.
On board with Lucas, he's currently P6, so a big gap up in front of him, separating the top 5. Let's see if he can get himself in the mix here. He needs 3 attempts just to challenge the top 5, and he comes in the pits. Valdez. Volleyball's coming to the line. He's almost 2 tenths up. Can he challenge the top 5 here? He can. He's just behind at 6, so he can challenge for it anyway. Damien's invalidated. The second runs to qualify have been Damien's downfall. He always gets a strong banker, but he can't follow through with it. Brofdox is down through the first 2 sectors, so he's going to need a big final sector here to improve, or will he just throw himself in the pits?
Yeah, I think like you do as well, just improve to 7th position. That's now followed by our championship player Brandox with a 28.5. I'm surprised it's actually that far down. He's usually a very strong qualifier. He's
got pole in 3 of the 6 races so far. Was missed out on pole by a couple hundreds last week. He's always been up and qualified, so a back qualifying for Brandox, he'll have to work for the pack. He's always been up there.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, Owen, last week's pole sitter, yet to put a lap on the board. He's coming for the Anderson Bridge. He's pulled out 2 laps so far, so will he make it 3rd time's the charm for him?
Definitely purple to the middle sector.
Yeah,
so
free.
Keep an eye on him. It's a strong middle sector too, what he's got.
Yeah, it should be fine with traffic anyway. That Williams should be well out of his way, you'd hope. 2 more corners to come, 18 and 19 to come for Owen. Foot flat to the floor. Can he challenge? He can!
Oh, wow.
P2.
27.997. 600 down, but still, that's a strong lap for me.
Strong lap for him. Strong lap from him. I don't think anyone's on an active lap at the moment. No is the answer. So, we're once again in that well-known lull period where everyone's just waiting to do their laps. Quartz is already out of qualifying, but there's 3 others yet to put a lap on the board, and Leifbell has an unrepresentative lap time there of a 36.3. Hopefully that's unrepresentative.
Yeah, it would be good if it was like one of the lap on the old layout, though.
Yeah, that would probably change for pulling the old layout, to be fair. Oh yeah, that definitely would, because 8 seconds you're saving. Well, that's what I think anyway. That's what I remember.
Yeah, it's about 8 seconds at least. But
Tokyo drifting still. We'll stay on board with him. He's the only one on track at the moment. So I think he's about to come into pits. I'm hoping.
Yeah, he should. I mean, plus he'll definitely have enough time to get back out as well. There's only less than 4 minutes, I should say, left to go in qualifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also the thing is too, of course with this old layout, or the new layout, sorry, it is a bit of a short out lap and in lap, but it still can be a bit of a long period considering it's also a street circuit.
Yeah, it is a long lap still.
Yeah. Yeah, just because of how technical it is around here. And there you go, he's in the pits now, and 2 more cars out on track of Daniel and Andrea, who, like you said before, have yet to set lap times. So they want to get out as quickly as possible. In case if they do mess up on their lap, they'll go for another run and try to at least get something. Yeah,
the one issue going out early, we saw this was what happened with Quartz, just got caught up in a load of traffic. And this is what can happen if you're one of the first out for your final laps. You could get caught up here, and in Singapore you do want some free air, so the drivers who are in a bit of a pack will try and open up gaps so they can have a clean run, because There's a couple long straights here, but you do not want to be stuck behind a car for the corners. Get some dirty air in your car. So there will be gas being formed. You can see a lot of cars coming out of the pit lane now.
Yeah, that's a whole gaggle of them as well.
Yeah, so this could be an issue for Daniel. Andrea's a bit more of a gap behind. So Daniel will start us in these final runs. He may back out quickly though once he sees the gaggle of cars in front of him. But here we go with Daniel starting us off with these final runs. Yet to put a lap on the board, so it's make or break for Daniel. And he's a validate straight away, so he has time. He has time. As long as he has the fuel, he does have time. Everyone's on track at the moment because that Alfa Romeo dot is Quartz. Unfortunately, will be starting at the back. And Terrero, who is a strong qualifier, you're expecting to put a strong lap here. He just hasn't been able to hook it up yet. But he is definitely capable of putting himself in the top 5, definitely. We've seen it a few times this season. The entire track is yellow with how slow some of these cars are going.
Yep, trying to get some temperature into their tires.
Almost in the wall.
That's a brush of the wall. Yeah, that looked like a brush, I think.
I think he's got away with that. He had that square on, so he's got away with that. Let's see, sector split 26.5. A bit more time could be found there. Very close to the limits there. Off 7 with those curbs. Bit twitchy off 8. But shouldn't cost it too much because it's a very short run up to 9. Now he's running down to 10. Very awkward braking zone because you're braking while turning essentially. And this is probably the hardest part of the track in my opinion because it's so, if you're too hot, you're going to invalidate the time or go deep, or you're going to be too slow and lose a lot of lap times. So that's to make a break part of the lap. But he's navigated well. As we're going to be getting a restart here, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely. As all this go back for Andrea. I'm just seeing the Gagger cars right in front of him here. And they're going to be focused on starting the laps, I think. Yeah, there's going to be a restart here, definitely. Andrea, though, can he navigate these last few cars? He might. He's going to just get away with it. Andrea, so he's going to put his lap on the board. Coming to the line. 2 more corners to go, foot flat down. Where can Andrea put himself up? P5, like I said, challenge to top 5. Well, who's the first of the front runners coming through? Provatox could be the first of the front runners, I believe. Mercedes, so is that Pokerel? No, it's
done.
Yep, here comes Cherno to the line. Doesn't improve. Billow right behind him. He needs an improvement here. He's gone very wide the final corner. I think he's backed out of it. He has.
Frankie, meanwhile, he's up by nearly 2.5 tenths to the first. He's coming around to the hairpin. And
Foley invalidated the last corner.
Oh.
That's very unfortunate. Pokerel. Everyone's not improving in these final laps by the looks of things. Can Pokerel change that? Well, he can improve a position. Provatox has crashed. No, he's retiring the pits.
No, he's retiring the pit lane. Alex is up by 46 times up, but Frankie I would keep an eye on as well.
Riggs is 3 tenths up. Riggs going to take pole here. To the line is Riggs. He does.
It is for now. Wow, 27.
Alex not improving by much. He's only half a tenth up. He needs a massive amount to Frankie's up to P2. Lifebound 4th. Alex,
there he is.
He's been pulled the whole session. He can't. He's only P2. Owens invalidates those P5 for him. Damien now, he's 3 tenths up. Can he finally have a strong final run? Shaky off the final corner. Can he get himself? He needs to get himself to the 27s for a strong qualifying to the line. P4, I think that was.
9. Yep, 27.9.
So that means it's Riggs who takes pole.
Oh.
Riggs taking pole.
By 0.2 of a second.
Yeah, Alex will be P2. Frankie's third. That's a strong qualifying for Frankie's. Damien 4th, probably his best qualifying in a while. Lifebound 5th. Own 6th. Lakitu 7th. Nick in 8th. Provatox in 9th. And Brandox in 10th. That's probably the worst run the Haas have had this season. So we'll be interested to see what they can do. Andrea 11th. Smalley Balls 12th. Daniel 13th, Pokerel 14th, Lucas in 15th, Foley in 16th, Billow 17th, Cherno 18th, and Quartz was unable to set a lap time due to an earlier incident with Andrero.
Yeah, Riggs has got to be very happy about that, considering he is also in the championship hunt, P2 in the championship at the moment.
Yeah,
behind Randox.
yet to get in the top two this season though, and only one podium to his name. As I'm assuming we're doing a restart, waiting for official confirmation. We have 3 drivers with pens.
Yeah. Although I don't know about. Yeah, we're restarting. Yeah, because everyone's leaving.
Yeah, so that is going to be a restart.
Yay, back out then, I guess.
I'll just wait for the invite.
Well, I just left the session.
Oh yeah, I'll just usually wait for the invite.
Oh. Well, I wonder if Quartz is 5. Was it Quartz that got the penalty, or was it Andrea got the penalty?
It was a lot that got the penalty. Andrero, Owen, and Alex got the penalties, and Owen and Alex was for illegal blocking. So yeah, we had to restart for that. As there is the invite, we're about to get the start with about 20 goals. So who wants to see that? Something went wrong, and my request was not sent. That's great.
Just go back to your notification, and then.
Yeah. Should have it, hopefully. I think I requested a join by mistake. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I tried doing that too, and it wouldn't let me in. But yeah, you gotta back out of the press join. Excuse me.
And I've got an error message. That's great.
Yeah, you see.
I'll try one more time.
Yeah, it doesn't invite you.
I think I'm joining. Nope, this session no longer exists. Okay, Lifebelt's inviting me again. He probably heard my pleas. Thank you, Lifebelt, for bringing me back. We need the broadcast of this. As I'm in, let's go. Good. So we just hope that everyone comes in quickly so we can set this up quickly, because this is a long race.
Yeah.
We're at...
Well, at least a good thing it's going to be clear. Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, a nice sunny Singapore. I kind of was hoping for rain, I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of a bit sadistic in that, some rain would bring some chaos. Maybe some rain later in the race, maybe. Actually, I have a way I can see this, actually.
You probably could go with weather and time of day.
Yeah, I did, and it said clear.
Yeah, and...
Damn it! Well. I was hoping for some rain. Because I'm not the one racing. So yeah, I think we have everyone in already, which is great. So yeah, we just need, I think, Lifebelt to set up the grid.
Yep.
So can Riggs finally get a top 2 finish here this season? Being top 5 every race, but only one podium to his name, and that was a third.
Yeah, back at Japan.
Yeah, at the start of the season, he has to be on the podium, but he's been 4th in all but one race, and that other race was a 5th, so by far the most consistent driver on the grid, which, I mean, last season F5, it was won through consistency, or was it? Well, Caillou, who was in the top 2, I actually can't remember if it was Caillou or Hazara who won in the end, because we didn't have the final race, because only 8 people showed up. Caillou also didn't have a win to his name going into the final race. He was just always in the top 6, bar one occasion, which was not his fault if I remember right. I think he got spun on a late restart. But championship wise, well, we have this delay. It's Brandox in P1 on 51, Riggs in second on 48, Smalley Bowles in third with 46, Profitox in fourth with 38, Billo on 37, Damien on 36, Lifebout on 35. They have to jump down to Owen on 28 and Andrero on 24 to complete the top 9. Then you have a massive jump down to 10th, which is 12. So with realistic chances, it's really the top 9 unless someone has the comeback of centuries, which if they do, fair play. But
and the team. Oh, sorry. Oh,
yeah, because constructors wise, Haas are running with it.
Yep. Haas have got 89, Red Bull 70, Ferrari 48, along with Alfa Romeo 46, and Williams 43. But yeah, no, that's because they also have really consistent drivers in that team as well, with Protox and Brandox.
But they're starting 9th and 10th, which is very surprising. They're both strong qualifiers, especially Brandox. He's been pole 3 times this season, and he's usually been up in the front. But yeah, I guess real life of Red Bull, Singapore might be just a bogey track for him. Everyone is entitled to have a bogey track.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe Brandox just has that as his bogey track, but yeah, no, he's got to have a bit of work to do starting from 10th in the grid.
Also, just since we always have a restart, I just need to remind everyone, setups.
Yeah.
I may have said that a bit too late, but I've still given them the warning. They probably don't listen to me anyway. They're probably more focused on themselves, but at least I can say I warned them if they ever give out about, oh no, I forgot my setup. I'd take no responsibility for you forgetting your setup. But yeah, one good thing about restart is you get fully fresh tyres. So you have all your qualifying tyres on null and void. They're nice fresh tyres now. Exactly. So that could come with the strategy. Two stopping can be a thing in Singapore. Difficult to make it work with how difficult it is to overtake. But if you have some VSCs or safety cars, two stopping is definitely a thing. And fresh tyres in Singapore are very, very nice to say the least, just due to the amount of corners and the medium to high speed corners, which is weird for a street circuit, but that's probably what makes Singapore very much unique compared to every other circuit on the calendar. It's a street circuit, but it's still a long flowing circuit with a lot of medium to high speed corners. But we're getting the lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think your mic's coming out there, actually. And we're away in Singapore. And yeah, I think you were. There's some noise coming in the background. Alex, is he going to try? No. Riggs, beautiful start. Frankish might try one around the outside. But they're all Larry Stern at the moment. Protox has a good start up there. There's own ghosting for some reason. I don't know why. Ooh. I'm guessing that was just
sort of contact, I believe.
Yeah, but we're looking all clean. Look,
Nick's around. Anymore. Nick's into the barrier. Oh dear.
And I think he's out. VSC.
No, he's not out. He's still in the race. Oh. It's a VSC.
As Daniel has a 5-second collision with Smalley Balls. Nick into the wall. I was convinced I saw a tire in the air, so I thought he was out. But Riggs has had some star. 1.5. Okay, it's coming down, so he might have just kept the foot down for a bit still, so never mind that.
Yeah, probably the Delta. But while we have that, I can tell you the tires as well. Everyone's on the hards except for 3 drivers. Provital's on the mediums, Billo on the mediums, and Cherno on the soft tire.
Well, that explains why Provital's had a massive launch off the line, then being the only one in the top 10 to start on the mediums. So everyone's going late with their stops, which is interesting. Cherno, Billo, and Protox going different with their strategies. This could pay dividends to Protox. He will be able to undercut the grid. And DRS trades are definitely a thing here in Singapore due to the fact it has free DRS section points. It's going to be a long VSC, which plays in the hands of Nick, because he will definitely be pitting. So if it stays out while he comes to the pits, it'll be a cheaper pit stop. He will need probably have a safety car to bring himself back in this race. As for Green, as they come to the pit lane, so it's just a double middle finger to Nick, unfortunately, as he gets Green as he comes in, so he'll be well off the grid. But we saw lap 2 with Riggs leading from Alex, Frankish and Damien looking racy here, potentially Damien especially. Looking at Frankish here, trying to think of a move potentially, as I love getting rear tyre view. Who wouldn't love to see the rear tire of a car trying an overtake? Meanwhile, Axe trying to overtake his own, going down the inside of Lakitu for
Oh,
P6. I think he has
Bardox could
it.
get in the mix. Oh, dearie me. The Ferrari and the McLaren still side by side.
Proftox getting involved in a battle which shouldn't involve him. What is this? Oh wait, no, that's all.
Oh, that is tight. Yeah, you're not going to make the move around there, Profitox.
No,
Yeah.
we know Proftox is very advantageous. We saw him make a quadruple overtake for the win in Vegas, mainly because no one wanted to lead the race except Proftox in the final lap, and it worked. But yeah, we're seeing the top five slowly pull away. Lakitu looking like a cork in the ball here. So that's why Owen is keen to get ahead of him. DRS will be enabled at the end of this lap. Meanwhile, Riggs having a decent gap at this stage from Alex, 7 tenths. We'll need to pull a bit more before DRS kicks in, which will be this lap. This lap commencing. The first section point is on turn 4. So Riggs sets a 32.5. He's not going to pull 4 attempts for these couple corners, so he'll be vulnerable to the DRS of Alex. Meanwhile, yeah, once again, pretty much the whole grid's in DRS of each other. Cherno's the one breaking that, and Nick, due to his early misfortunes, not misdemeanor.
Misdemeanor.
I mean, how that poor wall.
Maybe a little bit of a misdemeanor there. Andreo has lost 2 spots. He might be under threat now from Paul Corral, and he has.
Oh, what's that to here? See, oh, Protox says Own, and Own gets in the back of him.
Yeah.
Very interesting there.
He must have got him at turn 7, I reckon.
Yeah, but Owen was looking keen for a move on Lakitu, so one game past, of course, Protox will be quicker due to his tire advantage, so he just needs to cut for the field at this stage and then get his early pit stop. Of course, Singapore is a place where you can almost guarantee a safety car. We've already had a VSC, we haven't had the full VSC yet, but that tends to be a certainty around Marina Bay, the safety car, especially when things get a bit tense. You don't have those 90-degree left-handers, which tend to be the reason for safety cars, but there's still plenty of corners for people to have a nice trip to the wall or other reasons to bring out a safety car. But we'll worry about them when they come, as we start lap 4. 4 attempts to gap out in front for Riggs. Alex not at the moment being in a shape to go for a move at this stage, so he'll just bide his time. For the moment, Frankish looking more vulnerable to Damien, to be honest. Damien looking to take that podium at these early stages. DRS now opened as they run down through Raffles Boulevard. Alex won't be close enough for an overtake here, surely, and he won't be. No overtaking happening, I think, unless someone goes for a lunge. But yeah, the top 10 pulling clear of the rest. Daniel got the 5 second for contact with Smalley Balls. So he doesn't have damage anyway from that contact. He just looks like his pace isn't
up there with the top 10, probably.
Yeah, so he's looking at the cork on the bottle for the points, separating the points runners from the rest of the field at this stage. Charo yet to make any inroads on those Sauce, which is surprising, because the Sauce will die off quickly here, so he will probably be on a 2-stopper, I'm gonna assume. He'll probably do soft, medium, medium, unless he wants to try a long still on the hard, which he does need a safety car for that strategy, I believe. Before talks looking to clear Lakitu. Lakitu flirting with DRS the moment. And Lakitu is low on fuel, so he's banking on safety cars.
Yeah. He underfilled the car, I think. But yeah, he's got no DRS, unfortunately.
Yeah, so Protox does go for the move there, but Lakitu right in the curve there. And Protox goes for the move through turn 3, which is not commonplace to see a move, because he's just given DRS back to Lakitu. So will Lakitu just send one straight back potentially? No, he's going to be defending from Owen.
Yeah, and Owen's coming with him with more battery as well. Down the inside into turn 7. Yep, he's got that done as well.
Yeah, Lakitu. He's burned his battery. He's burned his battery.
Yeah, no, he seems to be struggling a little bit there right now.
Yeah, Meanwhile, Riggs managing his own at the front. Alex not making any real threat to his lead at the moment, but the top 5 pulled at the moment. Protox will join that and probably own. Lakitu might be a cork in the bottle here shortly. He'll still have DRS at the moment. But yeah, we're just seeing his situation. Low on fuel, low on Barry. He may be losing touch with the leading pack very shortly.
Yeah, Lakia might be in trouble here. Yeah, he's just hovering under that 1 second range. He'll still get DRS, but yeah, he's got no battery compared to everybody else in front of him. Actually, I should say that Protox doesn't have the best steel of battery either in that top 7. He's got the worst out of everybody.
He does, yeah. Meanwhile, a lot of the guys at the front have not touched that barrier at all. Frankish, Damien and Lifebell have not touched that barrier, essentially being in the 90s. Riggs and Alex looking decent enough, but not as good as those behind. So we'll be seeing how that plays on. Proftox and Owen well truly in this battle. Braddock's going to join us shortly, I think, because he's cleared Lakitu with ease there down Raffles Boulevard.
I just need to get within a second.
As Lakitu tried to send one back there, potentially very close to contact with Brandox. In the championship context, do you want to send an advantageous dive bomb on the championship leader and risk God knows what if it goes wrong? And each to their own anyway. Oh, I'm going to view a camera angle on Smolly Balls, so I'll stay on board with Smolly Balls for the moment just to get a nice helicopter cam. As you can see, our lovely NPCs as it goes, as I mentioned that. Lovely. Alex not making any chances. I'm not sure if that's just pace or if it's just being patient at the moment. Frankish looking much closer than before, probably struggled just getting tire attempts early stages because Damien was definitely pressuring him at in the opening couple laps, but Frankish seems as his tires in the operating window now and he's looking to put the attack on. So we're about to get the top 8 within DRS, potentially top 10.
I'm thinking Alex is probably just buying his time. He's just trying to save as much battery as he can. Maybe wait until he gets a bit of an undercut forming during the pit stop cycle. Wait and see.
The Disco's pack does play into Protox's hands at this stage because he's going to be the first pitting. Definitely, but with it being Singapore, there's the risk of pitting early that you could find yourself foul of the safety car, because if the safety car comes right after you pit, you're going to end up being the loser in the pit sequence, because you'll have pitted on the green while everyone else will have a cheap pit stop, and the only real risk of a double stack in the top 10 is actually the Hasses, but being on different strategies, that might not be an issue. Well, of course, that it will be an issue if there's a safety car and it's in the window where everyone can pit.
Well, if you want to talk about an issue as well, Protox will have to pit for the hards because once everyone else just pit in front of them, they'll be on the mediums and they'll be quicker compared to Protox.
Yeah, but he will have a gap to his name, which, I mean, track position is king on a street circuit.
That's true. But you also want the grip as well. Like you said about a few minutes ago, you want that mechanical grip for a track like this where it has a lot of medium speed corners.
Yeah, but that grip does go quickly. When you're on the fresh ice, you need to get your moves done quickly, which is what Protox was doing early stages. He was going for the advantageous moves early on, get himself up the grid, starting P10, up to P6 now. Probably in a nice rhythm now. He's probably going to stick here for the moment. Doesn't seem like he's at tread with Owen at the moment. Brandock's yet to join this run. I think he's made a mistake, actually, because Lakitu's right behind him. So there may have been a mistake by Brandock's potentially. But yeah, just a lot of patience at this stage, as Quartz is the first to pit. Was that a front wing change potentially? Or was that a strategic pit stop and he's put himself on a two-stopper?
It was a front wing change.
Oh, front wing, he must have clipped the wall then. So yeah, forced two-stop for Quartz, unfortunately, so he's going to need some safety cars to bring him back in this race or some sublime pace. Two-stopper can be advantageous here, but you're going to have to incorporate the softs in that and not the front wing change, unfortunately.
quite unfortunate there. But yeah, no, you can't afford damage around a place like this.
So I think Brandox has an issue. Definitely, he's lost a couple seconds these last couple laps. He's just let Lakitu pass. Mollyballs might be past him. Is there an issue on the championship leader? I can't see any clear damage on that wing yet, but there's clearly something not right with him at the moment. He's lost about 2 seconds to the leading pack in the last couple laps. It just seems to be struggling on the corners. Could this actually just be a bogey track for Brandox potentially? Is this just his Achilles heel?
I did notice he was struggling with rear locking, so I'm guessing that's probably what's going on. He's just struggling with the braking. I mean, in fairness though, it is easy to rear lock in this place.
Yeah.
Considering how there are a couple of low speed areas of the track, you can rear lock up.
Yeah, meanwhile, Alex getting that bit closer to Riggs at the front. So could there be a move on the card shortly? Provdock's tires look to be a bit wearing at the moment because he's dropping a small bit through the corners. So he could be struggling with wear early. He'll need to get these tires to about lap 13, 14 for the move.
Damn, Poker all going side by side. No, they're gonna. It's like back off. Yeah, there you go.
That would have been a certain crash. Moylander was getting the car revved up there potentially, seeing the go wheel tweer through turn 10. Unfortunately, nothing happens there, but right now, Andrero is trying to look for the move on Daniel. If I could get a proper camera angle, which I finally do, as Andrero gets moving. Luke's going to send one down the inside through turn 14, very tight there. Need compliance for your rifle to get the move, and he does. Lucas has the move, but will Daniel try to swing one round the outside? Lucas covers that switchback potentially from Daniel here, but does go well. Could make himself vulnerable to Foley. Bill's pinning in the background. So both Alfa Romeos pinning early. Could that be damage? I'm going to focus on this fight right now before I check that. And they seem to survive now. Billow is that front wing. No, that is strategic. So see if we get these hearts to the end. Very early to go for the hearts. 22 laps he's going to need doing those hearts. Can be done, but he should make it, but he'll be very struggling towards the end of this race. I mean, managing it, you can manage in Singapore also. It's just difficult. It's one of those tracks where you can manage your tires very well, but I'm not sure if it's the advantageous strategy. Quartz 3 second time penalty. Meanwhile, Owens dropped out of DRS and he's low on battery, so his pace dropping off at this stage. Mollyballs and Brandox going for it for P9 and 10. Championship leader and third also. Meanwhile, Riggs up at the front with two of his championship rivals struggling here. Brandox is all over the place on the troll here. Some setup issue possibly because he's struggling through each traction zone here. And the rears just aren't liking the car at the moment. Third distance at the moment. It's still no movement at the front. I think the top 5 have been the top 5 since lap 1. It has been the case. Top 5 have not moved a place.
Daniel. I was just, he's got 5 seconds speed. He hit the pit lane wall and he's retired in the pits.
Presumably damage wing.
Yeah.
As I think they must have contact because Daniel's changed it. Lucas has changed his wing, so.
No, he did that on his own. I was watching.
I mean, if Lucas changed the wing, maybe there was contact. That's why Daniel clipped the wall, because that's a very difficult pit lane. So doing that with wing damage, you could hit it. So there might be more to that story than just a simple hitting of the wall while pitting from Daniel, especially since Lucas had to change his wing. So that's put him out of the running for points probably at this stage. Well, I mean, the gap between the top 10 and the rest of the field is 7 seconds. So we're looking, unless there's no incident, I mean, we know what our top 10 is going to be at this stage because the pace is just clear from the top 10 at the moment. Big gap the top 6 in a row, owns in his field of his own in 7th, and then you have a freeway battle for the lower end of the points between Lakita, Smalley Balls, and Brandox. Lap 12 now starting. Yellow flag sec 2. We could be getting a safety car here, and we do. Quartz brings out the first safety car.
Oh, he's crashed at the Anderson Bridge.
Oh yeah, he's lost. Yeah, he's clipped. I think he's clipped he's possibly clipped the curveball turn again for turn 13. Spun it. But yeah, that's the first safety car of the night. And I think this goes into Provdox's hands massively here, because he could definitely pit for the hards. And I don't know if you get the mediums to the end. So this might benefit Provdox big time. A few of the guys are trying to go mediums, but I think this plays into Provdox's hands massively.
It could towards the end, but he's going to be on the back foot once they get going again.
I mean, another thing to remember is safety cars tend to breed safety cars, especially in street circuits, so this could be the start of the fun. Because we'll have all 17 runners all together, and then it will be a send-it fest. So yeah, I'm assuming everyone will be pitting. So this brings those who had issues early on back into the race, and it completely nullifies the previously had 7-second gap between the top 10 and the rest. So just as I said, the top 10 looks set, it's no longer set because the whole pack will be bunched together. But yeah, I'd be very surprised if someone stays out. There's no risk of double stacking at all, which is good. No one's going to fall foul of that, as Fawn completely missed the pit lane there, but
well, keep your eyes on the horses. They might be.
I think they're fine. I think they're fine.
But they'll be, yeah, they'll have a gap. They'll be
yeah, they're about 6-second gap, so that should be fine. Of course, there is the thing with low pin together, that could be someone who gets held up. Doesn't look like it's happened anyway. Let's see, it's actually no. I think Smiley Balls has jumped Owen in the pits. Owen must have front wing damage because he's dropped massively.
Yeah, and he's behind Brandox.
Yeah, so must have had a front wing change. So he's gone from 7th to 10th, which probably explains his drop off in pace. But Riggs maintains the lead. He's caught up to the safety car now. So Riggs, Alex, Frankish, Damien, and Lifebelt, they've been the top 5 since the first meter in that order. Will that change on the restart though? No change at all in the top 5 since lights out, which is very strange to see. That no movement at the front. It's mainly being Provdox providing us with the overtakes at this stage. Now he is the odd one out at this stage. He's the only one in the top 12 on the hard. Everyone else on the medium. So he'll be in the opposite position he was previously. He'll be the one. He'll be the vulnerable one. He won't be. He's now the hunted instead of the hunter. But it's going to come to him if there's no more safety cars in this race, which I highly doubt. He's in a good position because the tires will come to his way towards the end, and the medians will be screaming the last 5 laps. So
yeah,
don't count Provdox out for another surprise win here. That's all I'll say. I mean, it wouldn't be the most crazy thing Provdox has done this season. He did do 4 overtakes on the final lap to win in Vegas. Now, no one tried to defend him, but he still made the move for the win.
Well, yeah, no one I don't think anyone from that race even remembered him.
No, I still stand to this day that no one noticed him passing everyone, and they were still thinking they were trying not to lead while he just went down. Well, he just drove his own race while everyone else was trying to make sure they weren't in P1, which they weren't actually. So, Will we see another episode of Prof Talks overtakes the entire grid for the win? He started 10th, he's up into 6th. At the moment, he's probably in the best position strategy-wise. But that all depends on how many times we see that green Aston Martin safety car come out. If this is the only time, I think Proftox is in the best position here. But if we see it a few more times, it may change hands. But it's just going to be interesting. Softs can do about... I mean, that's the question. Like, what lap would you just think of putting on the softs? I'd be saying 23, 24 is probably the earliest you could go for the softs.
Oh, I would have said like 24, 25 at least, because the softs burn quite badly around here.
Yeah, I think you could do 6 good laps on them, but it'll be not until lap 8 till they fall off a cliff. So like if everyone's on the softs, you can get away with it. We'll see if that the debate becomes a discussion. Some people might try to go earlier if there's a safety car at that stage. Of course, also this helps anyone who underfueled, which I would say was a common choice. I think we're going to get another lap behind the safety car because Foley is a fair distance back. So it won't be until lap 15 onto 16 before we get going again, unfortunately. Unless it's a very late call, which to be fair, in Monza last week there was the safety car was called in after the Parabolica.
Parabolica?
Yeah, the safety car was called in after the Parabolica. Brandox had about 2 meters to react.
I don't think we'll get that. We'll be fine.
No, yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Yeah, no lap behind the safety car. So Riggs does not fall foul of the fate Brandox fell under. Last week, I mean, that was still hilarious. Like he had literally about 20 meters between the safety car being called in and the line. As Cherdo is coming into the pits, does he have damage or is he just tackling for another pit stop? Luke is also in.
He might be going for fresher tires, I reckon.
Yeah, it's strategic. Yep, strategic. So they're going on mediums. So 16 laps on the mediums. See if they can do that. They will be wearing towards the end. See, the more laps behind the safety car helps the medium runners a bit more, because that's less wear they're putting in the tires. Still need to make sure they put the temperatures in. Brandock's giving us a brilliant example of how to get temperature in your tires by just trashing your steering wheel around the place like there is no tomorrow. Now that does take a bit of grip off your tires, but especially in a street circuit, you do need your temperatures in the right window. Otherwise, you are going to be hitting some advertising boards and becoming the latest promoter for Rolex potentially. Depends which one you hit.
Right, so now we just wait for these
Yeah,
to come to the back of the queue, cheering on Lucas.
it'll definitely be in this lap.
But yeah, this definitely helps out more with anyone that's fit for me and tires. So the amount of non-racing laps they're going to do, they've done 2 non-racing laps. So the more they've done that, the more that there we go. They don't have any, not more. They don't have too much wear, I should say.
Where does Riggs go? Does he leave it late? The earliest he can go realistically is after the chicane, after 17. Realistically, he'll have to wait for the safety car to go. He's already built up a bit of distance. He's not going ridiculously slow. He's not trying to make the pack go slower than a snail, to the point where we have a snail win the Singapore Grand Prix. But he's back in the pack. He can go about now if he wants. The safety car's in the pits, so he's free to put the foot down whenever he wants. And he's going now. He's gone. No overtaking to the line, but we're about to get underway once again in Singapore. Lap 16. Lakita's got a 3-second time penalty. Alex get a bit closer. He's burned a bit of Barry, but no doing there. And he moves at the back. No is the answer to that.
So, gone through relatively okay.
All clean at the restart. Damien, though, I think Frankish is same at the start. Frankish struggled at the start, and I think this warm-up issues. So Damien's going to look to get this podium quickly off Frankish. It's not close enough to go for it there. And no one's gone for a move yet. This restart. Still as it was. As I say that,
I
Owen.
say that. Oh, he goes the outside. Interesting.
Owen
Outside
up to
that turn
9th.
Wow.
Protox surviving at this stage.
Yeah, he wasn't mucking about. He really wanted to get that move done immediately.
Yeah, Owen losing out at the safety car, losing 3 positions, having to change his front wing, I'm assuming. Didn't fully see what's happening with Frankish. Half looking at a move there on Alex. Yeah, looks like the tyres up to temps now. 2 laps before we get some DRS assistance for those looking for an overtake. It's not really done much for the front anyway. Like I said, the top 5 have been the top 5 in that order since since meter 1. Actually, not even turn 1, meter 1. But we go on to lap 17. Riggs, that's the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. 3 tenths the gap, 4 tenths the gap to Alex. Saying that a lot this race about the gaps between Riggs and Alex being relatively tight because they have been the whole race. Balls might be looking for a move here on Provatox. Just needs to get a good run off here. Lakitu has a 3-second time penalty, so that's going to hurt him at the moment with the pack very close. Of course, 15 more laps to go, so a lot of time for that to change.
He did get that, remember, at the final corner in the restart.
Oh, that's not good. Provatox is still low on fuel.
Yeah, he is.
And, okay, is he the only one in that position? He is. Very interesting, still low on fuel. Despite safety car, I thought someone went in the wall there. Jeez,
see what he's got. It says that he got about 14.3 laps of fuel.
Okay, so
according to his dash.
I can tell you how much he's under. Oh, he's 0.1 below, so he's fine. He'll get that down definitely. He just needs like one big lift.
Yeah.
You just need like one big lift down like Raffles Boulevard or the Janssen Bridge, and he'll get that sorted. But we're about to get some DRS now. So DRS enabled. Does Alex go for a move this lap with some DRS assistance, or does he just do what he's done the entire race and sit behind in P2?
Right now he's turned on the battery. He turned it on for just a brief moment as it leads to turn 5.
He's burning it. He's burning it. This could be the move. He's turned it off though.
Race also has the battery on as well. Excuse me.
Yeah, Riggs going defensive there, so I think that was Alex was half thinking of the move there. Riggs had to go defensive there, but still no movement. Yes, Billow's the one separating the field at the moment in 13th. He's on the oldest tires at the moment, 8-lap old hard tires. That is not the best situation for him. He pitted just before the safety car, so he's in a bad spot here. So once again with DRS on the Aston Martin.
Not close enough to do anything here.
No, he's waiting. Riggs has used a lot of battery, down to 20% already. Provatox burning a bit. Still low on fuel. He won't need another safety. I just need a massive. Just need one good lap of lift and coast should sort him. I mean, being in a DRS train will assist him also. As Alex pulled out a bit going into turn 1, is now the time Alex goes to the move, or is he trying to force a mistake from Riggs? Get in his mirrors and force a mistake from Riggs. Force him to brake a bit later. Miss an apex, lock a tire, go in the wall potentially. A mistake's a mistake for Alex, but he's going to go for it. He's going to take the outside line, and Alex takes the lead. On lap 19, he finally goes for it and leads in Singapore. We finally have a change to the top 5 in this race, and it's Alex taking the lead off Riggs. Now, can he pull off into the distance here? See now, the DRS detection point coming up very shortly, so I don't think he will. He's deep off 10. which is not good for his case. He won't pull out DRS at this point. Brandox though has dropped out DRS of own, flirting with it at this stage. Brandox really struggling in this track. The championship leader down in 10th. And he's looking like...
definitely.
So Riggs at the moment, I assume, will be taking the championship lead, but somebody else up in 7th. So like the top 3 in the championship, it's everything you could want for Riggs at the moment, apart from the lead. But he's in the top 2, place he hasn't finished in yet this season. Yeah, Brandock's just staying in the DRS of own. Alex takes the fastest lap of the race. He's pulling. Riggs has nothing in his battery.
Neither does Alex, though. They both don't have any battery left.
Watch out for Frankish then. He's got 80%. Damon's on 50. Lifebelt is on 90. So watch out for these guys. There could be some. This could be where the action happens. Riggs still has DRS on Alex. So no moves. Yeah, maybe Owen on Lakita. If he goes for a dive, thought about it. Thought about diving it on Lakita. Lakita with that 3-second time penalty also. So he will drop out the points at this stage, and Pokerau will steal the final point from him. But I think Braddock's at the wall in the background. Hold on. It was close if anyway. Nice Galway. He might have squared on. If he did, he was close of it. On a turn 9, Owen is shoving this Ferrari through every corner on the track, and then adding some corners to shove him on potentially. The DRS open again. He's too far back to go for the move. It's just Lakita being in the DRS, so I think Owen's just forcing Lakita to go defensive just so he loses time and loses DRS potentially. Could be the strategy there. But the front 9 all...
Top 2 though, still marginally close to one another though.
And Frankie's not making any inroads at this stage despite having significantly better Barry than the leading pair. 11 laps to go actually. 2 turns distance. Provodox keep himself in that P6, and the tire transfer should be coming closely. It's below.
Oh, he spun at turn 1.
He hasn't the wall though, so no DRS intervention as Nick. It might be an issue between Nick and Billow because Nick is missing an end plate.
No, I think
he's hit the wall completely. He's lost the wing completely. The wing is under his car, actually, I think. Oh, no, it's not. That's just how the car looks.
Yeah. No, he smacked the wall. But, no. Nick, he did that on his own at turn 3. Billow spun at turn 1.
No,
I don't know how he did that, though.
I was on board with Nick when he did it. He was missing an end plate, so there may have been contact.
I know. I'm talking about the incident before that.
Oh, did he? Okay. So, yeah, don't know how Nick lost his end plate then. But Damien, he's fallen out of DRS. He's got it this time, but he's not within a second. He's picked up the pace slightly here. Otherwise, he could be in trouble. Pokerau gets ahead of Brandox. It's been a horrible day for the championship leader. He's very squirmy, especially for 14. He's struggling so much for 14. He's always twitching through that corner. Damien just in the DRS by a 10th. But he's had to use some ERS to keep himself within the DRS range. Provodox pulling out a bit despite not being in a position for a move or a defense. Lifebelt 3 seconds, that's going to hurt him.
Oof. That's definitely going to hurt him big time.
Damien's out of DRS, so he could be in trouble here. Frankish, I think, had a moment of 5. Lifebelt, is he going to go for the move on Damien? No, he doesn't. Yeah, I don't. Pretty sure Damien didn't have DRS that lap. Nick in
he tagged him!
Oh,
he's Lifebelt just tagged Damien out of the way.
That could be a stewards inquiry.
Oh yeah,
I didn't fully see what happened. It looked like Damien just lost himself from my POV on 8. But yeah,
Lifebelt just tagged the back of him. I wonder if he got damage from that though.
He probably hit him square on. I can't get an angle in because again the worst angles. No damage on the Williams. But watch out for Provodox. This could play into Provodox if he clears Lifebelt here quickly. Because the tire, I think the means are the bare tires. He's still low on fuel. Just interesting to say the least. Has he improved the situation? Okay, he's improved the situation slightly, so he'll be fine. But yeah, the front three pulling away at this stage due to that incident. Oh, Lakitu was thinking of the move on Damien. Damien struggling at this stage of the race. Especially spinning, that will have damaged his tyres a bit more. Add some temperatures to it, which is not what he wants. Low on Barry also is Damien.
He's got Provotox still all over him. I think Provotox might line up a move here.
He might.
If he's close enough.
Riggs line up a move for the lead. He's going to retake the lead here potentially. Wheel to wheel. And I think Alex just lets it happen. So Riggs retakes the lead here. Provotox still can't make the move on Lifebell. Yeah, he needs to clear him quickly to have any chance of winning this race. Frankish still just sitting behind. Save as Barry. The other two are in the single digits. Barry Rise. Frankish has 90%. So he can mount a late charge. Yellow flag. And we're going to get a safety car here. And what did I say? Lap 23. You can put the softs on.
Yep, 23 to 24.
You can put the softs on. But who's going to...
How has he done that? He's done that at turn 16.
He's gone straight on by the looks of things.
Yeah. He went completely straight on according to the minimap.
Yeah, so...
That might be looked at, I reckon.
He changed his wing. He changed his wing. Oh, did he possibly not have the setting to change his wing? And yeah, he could have. I didn't see him change his wing, so I'm wondering if the game just didn't change his wing potentially. And then, I can't see what he did there.
But still, why did he go straight on though?
He might have just hit the wall. But Riggs stays out. Oh, and he's the only one to stay out. Riggs might have made a massive mistake here.
Oh.
He's the only one to stay out.
Yeah, and everyone's coming in. Literally everybody.
Riggs is going to be the only one not on fresh tires here. Damien's gambling on the mediums. There's split on the decision between mediums and softs.
Some are fitted for fresh mediums, some fitted for fresh softs.
Oh, this is going to be a very interesting ending, but I think Riggs has made a massive mistake here.
Yeah, he's the only one that stayed out.
He
on
looked
11 lap old mediums.
Everything was going his way championship wise, give or take if he got the win or not, because Smalley Balls and Brandox well down the field. He was looking set to have the championship lead here. He may have had a massive blunder here. Ferrari strategy at its finest, because he can't pit now. He's caught the safety car, so he can't pit. He has to...
No, he has to keep going.
Oh no, what? Imagine the sinking feeling he was feeling when he saw everyone pitting behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he can't pit.
Yeah. No, but also the deal is too, like, only 4 drivers pitted for some fresh mediums.
They're all up the front.
Frank and Lifebouts and Damien, but everyone else has pitted for softs. Provotox is actually the leading soft runner.
Is Provotox about to do it again? On a street circuit, take a win from nowhere.
After starting from 9th in the grid.
10th, actually, I'm pretty sure.
Was it 10th? I thought it was 9th.
It was a pass back row. I'll be able to tell you in a second. Nope, 9th, you're right. I mixed them up.
Yeah.
I mixed asses up. So, Riggs, how... Because these mediums are gone.
Yeah, they won't have the grip compared to the tires
one
has behind him.
He's going to be lucky to get points at this stage. Because there's going to be 6 laps to end this race. He's finished in the top 5 in every race. He's yet to get a top 2. He looks set for that top. He looked set to end that streak today by getting a top 2. It might be the other way. He might not finish in the top 5.
Yeah.
This is a massive strategy blunder. He's done Hamilton in Hungary.
Yeah, this This is gonna be interesting. If he does hold off, though, everyone behind, I will be extremely amazed.
I'll be amazed if he gets points at this stage. Genuinely, he is going to be a sitting duck. Like,
Oh, yeah,
it's a
he will
street
be.
circuit, but you can overtake here, especially on with tire advantage, and with 11 lap tire advantage. I have no idea how he's going to do this. I have no idea. I'm perplexed. Like, late safety car, you come in surely, and he's decided to stay out. The only one to stay out. Like, it was a decision between mediums and softs, which tire you go on to, but you come in 100%.
Yeah. No, I don't get it either. I get track position is a key thing to have, especially on a street circuit, but yeah, as you said, the grip is what you really want too.
Yeah, like, everyone else is pit. That's the issue of being the one behind, the one leading. He has no one to decide for him, because surely once everyone saw Alice coming in, everyone just went in after him. We'll have one more lap, because Foley pitted against that point behind, so we'll have one more lap, which will mean that it'll be a 5-lap shootout to end this race. Riggs is going to need to put out a defensive masterclass here to salvage anything from this race. Of course, late safety car restarts tend to be chaotic, so that's his saving grace. Also, that could be a saving grace for him. Also, you can just hope that everyone just takes each other out and he somehow survives it. What goes through your head here? You have the championship lead surely going to be yours at the end of the race. Late safety car comes out and you're the only one to stay out. You've got dying medium tires, which were going to be a struggle to get to the end anyway, because he has to do 18 laps in total on those tires, and he's got everyone behind him on fresh tires. I don't know how he's going to do this.
Yeah, and he's gonna have to do about 7 laps.
5 laps. It'll be 5 laps. 5 laps to go when the safety car comes in. 5 laps shootout to decide it. When do 5 lappers go unchaotic in F1 23? The answer is never. Just sit down and enjoy the show that is about to ensue, because it will be glorious to watch. And if you're a steward for this tier, good luck. But safety car is in this lap. We'll have 5 laps to decide this one. We have a leader on 13 lap old mediums, second to fourth on fresh softs, all bar one of the rest of the field on fresh mediums. Sorry, all bar the one of the rest on fresh softs. Just get ready.
Here we go.
Just get ready.
Yep.
In Singapore, the safety car usually causes controversy here. It's going to cause some drama anyway. Race going to lead us to the last second, definitely. He's going now off the final corner. 5 more laps to decide the race here in Singapore. Can Riggs pull off a defensive masterclass and somehow keep the field behind him? He survived turn 1 anyway. No moves yet by the looks of things at the front.
He's gone through, okay. Oh,
but he's very slow through 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Alex is going to surely line up the move down Raffles Boulevard.
Yeah,
he's pulled out already. They're going to go racing down Raffles Boulevard. Riggs still slightly has. He'll have that inside line so he can break that much there. Riggs is surviving at this stage. We'll just look at how much he's won the pack. Alex trying to go for it there. He might create a domino effect. There might be some wing damage there because loads of cars have backed up into each other because of that.
Yeah.
But he's going to go for it. Down turn 10 potentially. But Riggs covers it off.
Oh,
they make contact.
No, I think Riggs has had a big moment.
No, I think there was contact. Brottox tries to send one.
Oh, that's gonna be tricky here.
Protox sending it round the outside light belt. That's a yellow flag. I think his poker out is an issue.
I think Protoss might get me on the inside here.
Alex is going for it down the inside. Turn 14, they don't touch.
And Alex has got through. He's in the lead.
Here comes Frankie Show. He needs to clear him quickly. He needs to clear Riggs quickly to have a chance at this win. He might go for the lead though. Riggs will try to send one around the outside. Does Riggs have damage? No, he doesn't. He doesn't. I've seen things. Yellow flag, Lakitu. But Protox now with this pack. He's going to try one in the final corner of Riggs, and he does.
Gets third.
Protox up to third. He's looking to snatch one here. Lifebelt's going to send one on Riggs for turn 1. Riggs just losing everything here. He's gone off the track.
He's going to lose maybe another spot.
And there comes Smalley Balls, his championship contender, has passed him just to put salt in the wounds. His championship contender's passed him now, who was nowhere near him the whole race. Damien's going to pass him now here, surely. Damien's going to take P6 here, surely. He's going to go down the inside on to turn 7, push him wide. Brandoc's now ahead of him. I think Riggs has spun. He spun.
No, he just let cars through.
Oh my god, look, like I said, he was not keeping points. He was not going to keep points. So now we focus on who is going to win this one.
The top 5 are very close to one another.
Teammate could join us.
That penalty.
Lifebelt does have a penalty, so it's looking like a 4-horse race at the moment. Of course, anything can happen with DRS. Next lap anyway. It's calm down for now. After that, all the focus is on Riggs. At that stage, who is, instead of taking the championship lead, he's going to see his championship host dwindle now. Smalley Balls Brandox now gains some decent points on to pull away from him at this stage. Smalley Balls going to overtake him at this stage, surely, with at the moment looking P4. But DRS is now enabled. We'll have 3 laps to decide this one. As we have the front, the top 7 within DRS of each other. 7 with the Charles Riggs speeds in the pit lane. He might be retiring. Riggs no longer can go. No, he's going to pay. He's going to try to steal fast lap, so just a mistake. Pittsburgh DRS now enabled. Frankishi was safe as Barry the whole race. Can he use it now to take this lead? Or he's going to wait, surely. He is going to wait.
Yep, he'll wait. He's not close enough.
It's Cherno Andrero. Cherno gets ahead of Andrero for the last point. But here comes Billo. Can he get both of them potentially? Or they're going to touch.
Contact there.
Pillow almost had an absolute masterclass of an overtake there. He's got 1 anyway. He's got Andrero. Almost got 2 of them through turn 7 and 8. Just a pure excuse me, lads, while you fight there. Right down now for the Anson Bridge. Brandoc's dropping out of it again. Brandoc's P7 would be a very good result. It'll be P6 actually due to Lifebelt's penalty. And with how the race has gone, this will be a fantastic result for him. Cherno and Billo still going at it. Billo up into P9 now. Bit of recovery from Billo. I believe he started at the back, if I remember right. That was such a long time ago. We had qualified 2 laps to go. Alex sees Frankie, sees Protox. Frankie's getting that bit closer to Alex. Is Alex going to try and force the move from Frankish just so he is the car with DRS in the final lap? Frankish burning a bit now. They're even on Barry. They're all pretty much even on Barry. Slightly less with Smalley Balls and Damien, but only marginal. They'll have enough for a lap. Foley with a 3-second time penalty, but he is towards the back. That's going to cost him any chance of points, actually. Just notice that he's in 11th. Comeback drive from him. Lucas takes the fastest lap of the race, but he's in P15. Poker takes from him, but he's in P16. So no points for them, unfortunately. Lap and a half to go in this race. A lot has happened.
That's a bit deep there.
You got flag sector 2. It's Brandox!
That's a championship leader! He's crashed at the Anderson Bridge! I don't believe it!
So Smalley Ball's going to take the championship lead now? I believe.
I don't believe it! Yeah, Smalley Balls will definitely take the championship lead then from this point.
Oh my god, it's all happened. The front two are not even going to score in this race, in the championship. I mean, Brandock said he was having a bad race. It looked to be coming to him now. He looked to have a P6 potentially. He's going to get nothing from this race. Lifebelt gets 6 seconds now. We're on the final lap of this race. It's going to be Frankie. She's going to look for the move on Alex. Can Profdogs once again steal a win on the final lap here? Lifebelt's out of the equation, definitely. So it's between the front three at the moment. And I think Riggs has spawned. No, it's actually Lakitu's spawn.
It's Lakitu's spawn.
Yeah, Lakitu's spawn.
Alex gets a really good exit though out of turn.
Is he going to get it? He looks a bit too far back. It'll be a send if he does it. Alex does it.
He tried.
Alex goes off. He's gone off the track. Gone off the track. His part's going to send one. He is not. Riggs, I think, is done. So we've lost the top two in the championship. Will not finish this race. So I think there's been a major. No, I think Bully's had an absolute send here. There'll be one last chance for Frankish. Two really, but one major chance. The end of the Anderson Bridge. He needs a great exit off 13, which is this corner here. One last chance. He'll use all his Barry here, but he looks to be a bit too far back. Once again, it'll be a send if he does it. Profdog's too far back to challenge anything. Last chance here is this new part of the track. Will he send it in the final corner? Too far back here, surely. So Alex just has to navigate these last 4 corners to take this win here. Alex in his first race here in F5 in PSGL will take the final 2 corners to take the win here in Singapore. From Frankish, Profdogs P3, Smalley Balls 4th, Damien 5th. Lifebelt looks to have 6 wrapped up. Foley will cross line 7th, but I think Owen takes that 7th from him through penalties. He does. Foley in 8th, Billow in 9th, Andrero takes the final point just from Cherno. Lakitu a bit back. We wait for the last 3 to finish this race. Lakitu will take P12. Lucas will take a P13. And he gets a corner cutting penalty on the final corner and decides to smack the ball for good fortune, maybe. Whatever tradition is in his country, and Damien retired. He was 5th, right? Because that just DNFs him for some reason. But what an ending there. I mean, Riggs with a strategy blunder and a half there. And then Brandox put himself in the wall on the penultimate lap. Both of them. Brandox leading the championship. Riggs looking like for the whole race he's going to take the championship lead, and I'm almost certain it'll be Smalley Balls taking the championship lead, potentially Provatox, but I'll just verify that for you there. No, Smalley Balls definitely taking the championship lead. There with his P4. I think I'm just going to verify the entire championship board. So Brandox will still be in 2nd, and then it's a tie for 3rd between Riggs and Provatox. But Alex on his debut takes the win in Singapore. Frankish in 2nd, his best result of the season. First points potentially of the season actually. Yeah, first points of the season actually. For first finish of the season for him. Profdox in 3rd, Smalley Balls in 4th, and with that the championship lead. Damien was 5th, Lifebelt in 6th, Owen in 7th, Foley 8th, Billow in 9th, Andrero 10th, Cherno, Lakitu, Lucas and Pokral make up the rest of the finishers, and we lost the top 2 in the championship, Riggs and Brandox, Nick, Quartz and Daniel, and that is that for Singapore. So we have a nice 2-week break. I think we've earned that, and then we're on to the final stretch with Spain starting us off with the final 4 races. But it's going to be very tight, the championship anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And that's definitely changed a lot of the complexion of the championship. Smalley Ball's now taking it, and Provatox I think has now got P2 in the championship as well after that whole result.
Brandox still has it.
Oh, Brandox still has it?
Yeah, Provatox and Riggs will be tied.
Alright, okay.
Yeah, I'm not quick maths, I'm not the best at, but I'm pretty sure that will be the case. But either way, we'll find out in 2 weeks, and either way, it'll be tied. How much you get for the 8? So Smiley Balls will have only 3 points of a lead to Brandox, and then he'll only 8 points separating the top 4. Actually, Damien might be involved in that. Is Damien getting 5th, so Damien will be 5th in the championship. I believe he'll take Billow. He will. Anyway, we'll figure that out when it happens, but that has been that here for chaotic, to say the least, Singapore Grand Prix. But when is Singapore not chaotic?
Yeah, exactly.
Until then, see you next week. Well, actually, in 3 weeks' time.
3 weeks.
See you in the new year.